We are back here on the offense side of the ball in the Arizona Cardinals playbook. We are looking at pistol trips left open. That's a lot right there. I got 4 plays out of this. Obviously, trips formation, pretty good stuff here. We're gonna come out. I want to flip this as well because I have a right-handed quarterback. Kyler Murray is obviously right-handed, but if you would have a left-handed quarterback, maybe you wanna keep it that way or whatever. I'm gonna flip it here because that's just how I'm more comfortable with it. So, yeah, I'm gonna come out in the RPO Read Bubble here, and let's just get into it. We'll match with nickel. And we'll actually start with Y stick here. So Y stick, obviously pretty simple here. I mean, you have the backside slant, you have a quick hitch to your slot receiver there, and kind of like a flat, and then you have a face catching aggressive catch opportunity out there, especially like with a single high safety like this. You're thinking you're going to get a one-on-one, maybe cover 3, maybe like a cover 1 hole, cover 1, something like that. So you're thinking one-on-one outside. You have all these chances here. So backside slant, obviously you can't give them too much room out there. Obviously, really good stuff there. And again, say here you actually get the 2 high safety look here against Y stick. So maybe you don't want to streak your guy. But they're here. More would be hopefully like wide open here. Another thing you can do is hitch your other slot guy here, your second receiver here in the middle. You can hitch him as well, kind of run like double hitches. And I just clicked the wrong button. I wanted to throw that to Rondell Moore there, but I'm just an idiot. So, but that's another thing you can do, kind of stretch out the defense a little bit. Here we'll kind of leave them on a flat and just let it play out here. I mean, that's just too much room, right? Eventually a user will take that away, so you can kind of play off that as well. So like say the user's starting to take that away. Let me get to the right receiver here. You can maybe slant this or drag this guy underneath, and then you kind of have something like that with a little bit of a face catch chance. I don't know what the heck that was, but you would have a face catch. Everything was kind of tied up underneath. You still have something long that you can go to down the field here. So that is Y stick. Pretty simple. This before I actually leave Y stick. You can also obviously streak DeAndre Hopkins if you're looking to. You have like one-on-one out there, and you're looking for a little bit easier. I have a better chance. I have a better time face catching to the left side of the field than the right side of the field. So that's just something to keep in mind when running that, getting those one-on-one chances down the field. But next one here is RPO Read Bubble. And this is actually basically a triple option because you can run a read option. You can hand the ball off to James Conner or your running back, and you can throw the ball. So, and if you don't want this, there is just a regular RPO zone look that is just hand the ball off or throw the ball. But this is like a triple option here. So you're going to hand the ball off. Obviously, that defensive end with the R over his head stood up, so I handed the ball off. Kind of get to that again here. Same deal. You see the guy with the R over his head, and then you see the guy with the P is the guy. You're going to see what he does when you throw the ball. So, guy stands up. I'm actually going to keep it because I saw that guy blitz, and Rondell Moore. I mean, so this play is a little bit more convoluted than just a regular zone read play or anything like that. So, like here, you're going to start off by reading this defensive end, and he did stand up here, so I probably could have just handed the ball off and been just as well. But this defender here, he had a P over his head. I see him blitz down, and I mean, obviously that just leaves a ton of space in front here for Rondell Moore with a blocker. So that's kind of the idea behind this zone look here. And again, that was really good. That was good. That was man defense. That was like a man blitz. Probably could have kept it with Kyler and kept going there. But I just really like what this adds to your thing here, adds to your offense. And you do have to watch kind of holding the ball a little bit long. You might get an illegal man downfield. But, I mean, yeah, running with your quarterback is really fun. And if you can break one of these, yeah, it's going to be a big hitter. So, especially with folks online, too. I mean, the computer's doing a good job here, but online, maybe your opponent doesn't play your quarterback. They don't have it on conservative, so that they don't know what they're going to do. And you can break some big ones there with the RPO. You have the RPO and the read option kind of built into the play there. So, really love that play. And then next one, 4 verticals. Obviously really good. You like the Moore route. You like Hopkins on the outside with the face catch chance. Your slot guy, your A icon receiver. He breaks off against man or against 2 high coverages against zones. And if you're like me and I'm not saying you can't face catch on the right side of the field, but you have a harder time face catching on the right side of the field, I like to drag my receiver out there. So kind of adds like a layered effect. I mean, if I see one-on-one with D-Hop, you kind of have to take that, right? So pretty simple there. I mean, it's just a super way. Running verticals. Here we actually are going to get a a blitz here, a man blitz. So I'm going to kind of block my running back. And yeah, I mean, obviously you like the Rondell Moore route. Guy kind of caught up to him a little bit there at the end. But he gets to a good spot. Typically, if a user's, I'm just going to run the ball here. Typically, if a user is taking that away, you're going to have something over the top here. So what I mean by that is, like, they take this Rondell Moore route away, you might be able to hit the A icon receiver over the top or something like that. So, and of course he gets chucked. Otherwise, that would have been a great throw, but the receiver is can't quite get into the spot here. So, of course, gets pushed right there. But if he doesn't, I mean, you can see there's a huge shot right here to that receiver as well. So, vertical is obviously a super good way to push the ball down the field. You have Y stick. Does a little bit of everything. You have the short game, and face catching chances, obviously, within that. And then 4 verticals, you're really trying to push the ball down the field. Everybody's kind of ran 4 verticals. You can sort of run that stock or how we went over it there. And the last play here is out and under here. Nice little play. You can obviously leave this stock as well. But if you want to, well, I didn't mean to actually call the play there. But D-Hop, nice little man beater because he's has a curved in route there, so he kind of beats man more often than not. But if you can get to the right icon here, you can block your running back. And since you already have a clear out with Brown out there on the outside, sort of clearing out space for the out route, you can drag your receiver underneath if you're looking for just a check down, or just throw him on a hitch. He's kind of already on a hitch and on the stock play. But I like to throw him on a drag. It's just kind of my check down. You have that backside right there against cover 2. Obviously, the guy that was a linebacker that I threw over his head here. But you have to assume that's probably a user player here. This guy right here, you have to assume that I'm dropping into like the middle of the zone. That's C.J. Mosley in this case. Not a great zone defender anyway. But you have to assume that's going to be a zone player. So hopefully he gets caught up here looking at the drag. And I mean, obviously I had the drag here, and that would have been a nice gainer as well in online play. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of making, if you pretend this guy was a user, you're kind of making him pick between D-Hop here, coming down that backside slant, backside deeper slant, and this drag here. And then over here you have number 2, can't think of his name right now, clearing out for Rondell Moore here. And they kind of did a good job there. Had a 3 over 2 guys, so did a pretty good job clearing that out there. But this one is just kind of your little bit of everything pass play here. Another thing, I'll put him on like an in and kind of leave James Conner on that route, and then D-Hop just going to cook. Love to see it. Now that we're getting route tech in the game, that backside post is going to be even just that much better as well. So, but yeah, this was trips left open flipped, pistol trips left open flipped. A lot of good plays. I love the RPO read bubble. You kind of get it like a triple option type of deal to it. So I love that. And trips in general, just really tough to stop. And this is kind of different as well because you don't have any corner routes necessarily. You don't have any anything like that would typically be from a user would typically try to prepare for. So a little bit different scheme out of the Arizona Cardinals playbook, and hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know really how the YouTubes work, I'm sure. Sure it's not your first video on YouTube. So yeah, I hope to see you next one. Let me know what it is you want to see next here on the channel, and yeah, later.